down left.
Kick and bang.
Gentlemen, you'll want to sit down for this one. The prison guard you extracted gave us a name. The man who coerced him into leaving that gate open was none other than our esteemed Governor General Asfari. That's right. Asfari is no longer playing politics. He's in bed with the enemy. And now he's gone into hiding with them. 7 Alpha is going to walk you through what this means.
We knew Asfari was corrupt, but now we know he is directly working with the enemy. And the Black Vultures aren't just street muscle. They're the spine of the insurgency's leadership. They plan to install Asfari as a public-facing head of state, an illusion of legitimacy meant to pacify the no-Iraqi population and provide diplomatic cover. If they succeed, hostile actors will use that narrative to justify backing him as a legitimate leader, expanding their influence in the region and undermining ours. The president's been briefed. Asfari just became our top priority. To find him, we need intel from inside their logistics network. During our undercover op, we identified Jibril Al-Samara as the man running their safe houses and moving their people. If anyone knows where Asfari's hiding, it's him. He's at a spa front tonight, laundering funds and hosting meetings. You will extract him for interrogation.
Bravo, you are weapons-free inside that compound. But Al-Samara comes out breathing. Clock's ticking.
Guess we're bringing flashbangs and towels. Let's go. All right, gentlemen, let's walk the layout. This spa's boxed in, full perimeter wall, single entry point. They probably thought that made them safe. They're about to learn what it feels like to be trapped in there with us. We're rolling up in a civilian vehicle to keep the element of surprise. There's no exit route for Jibril, so we're not rushing this. We hit both doors at once, then hold the left corridor while we sweep counterclockwise through the rooms. We'll clear room by room, deliberately. Extracting Al-Samara alive is non-negotiable. So PID your targets. No frags, no wall charges unless you're 100% sure you're not compromising the objective. Once we have the HVT, we exfil immediately. We're not here to clear the compound, just to grab the logistics brain and get out. Wheels up in 5. Go! Push right, I'm locking down left.
Kick and bang. Bang it. 9 bang. Get cover. Kick it when he reloads.
I'm pushing my side with a 9 bang. 1 with me. 3's en route.
RPG, he's down.
3, hold here. I'm pushing with the rest.
Copy, holding. Contact down, I'm good.
Charge front.
Who the hell brings an RPG to a spa?
Set.
Back it off. Let's go steady. No need to rush. Execute.
Reaching.
Hold for my bang. Stay tight. Cover your lanes. Let's move. Charge front.
Set.
Prep a 9 bang. Execute.
Breaching. Meg. Up.
Cover while I reload. We'll go explosive and bang. Up. Execute. S-Vest. Down. Tango. Down. 1 more. Cover while I flash. Eyes on HVT. 2. Regroup. Get him. Target confirmed. That's Al-Samara. Archangel, this is 1. Jackpot. Prepping for exfil.
Copy 1. Exfil route green. Bring him home.
Let's move. Looks like the spa day's over, Jibril.
Hope your masters enjoy the show.
6. Hold on. Cover me. I'm tossing one back there. Let's go. Move out.
Alright, tactical analysis of Operation Aquamarine, our 4th mission with Delta Force Team Bravo in the SPINY STUBBLES home tour campaign. We have 4 operators available to abduct Jibril Al-Samara for interrogation, and this is how we do it. First, we group up 2 by 2, then we start moving in, making sure that we pie off these corners and make sure we peek in here so we're not surprised and flanked. It's all clear, that's good. We move up to the doors 2 by 2. One person ready to swing on each side, the other person pulling security. Both doors swing. We do a pie. We take contact on the right. We take out the contact. That means the right team is now going to do the hammer, so they are going to move in and clear, while the other team is the anvil. That means they stay stationary and pull security. Why do we do that? Because if we were to move in both elements at the same time, that would cause a blue-on-blue situation, and even though there's no friendly fire and door kickers in real life, you wouldn't want a blue-on-blue situation. So, right team moves in. You can see with the pie command, we have Storm coming in and immediately checking the corner, and we push in Dozer right behind him with eyes on the door, pulling security forward. Since the L shape is safe and clear, we can now move in. We have one squirter who goes down immediately. And now Rake is going to pull security and lock down this section while the rest of the team stacks up on this door. We hear from the left side someone calling alarm, alarm, so we know we no longer have the element of surprise. Since we are not on the handle side here, we're going to kick this door. Storm is going to kick it while Dozer is pulling security for him. Door swings. Veteran insurgent is stunned. Dozer takes him out immediately. 9-bang goes in, while security stays up. We're going to run the rabbit because this is a corner-fed room, and we have a clear path down here. The room is clear. We end up in a nice spread-out strong wall formation, and now Storm has the best angle on the door to pull security, so Shuri takes a step closer and deploys a 9-bang into the next room. We start moving in. Take down the insurgent. The 9-bang only went off once. That's a little bug. It's fixed by now. I don't know exactly what the problem was. Just so you don't wonder, I didn't bring separate normal flashbangs. It's all supposed to be 9-bangs in this mission. Right, we come in here. Storm checks left. Room is clear. It's all good. We stack up on this door and get ready to breach into the next room. While that's happening, we have 2 squirters coming down here who are trying to flank us, but since Rake is pulling security, that really doesn't go very well for them. So, what's going on up here? Storm kicks the door open. He's the one doing the kicking because he's tucked in this corner and in the safest position. He, from this position, is only exposed to this tiny section of the room, while if you look down here, if you were standing in this corner, you would be exposed to a much bigger section of the room. Shuri and Dozer are both pulling security. Dozer has the better angle, and since that is the case, Shuri is now the one who's deploying the 9-bang. 9-bang goes in, we move into the room. And now something goes wrong with the controls. As you can see, the plan is to come in here and then, right now his eyes are on this apex, and once he breaks the threshold, I want him to put eyes on this apex, and then once he's in the middle of the room, I want him to put eyes on the door. And I want him to stop before breaking this virtual line of where the door is in the room, right? So I want him to stop there. But what happens is, he moves in, and he doesn't see anyone. That's because of the smoke of the 9-bang. Now we have very briefly seen an insurgent, and he was turning towards it, but since the smoke is covering him again, he's not engaging him, right? He's turning. Now he's seeing him again, but he's not looking at him because of this look command. And now Shuri also sees him, but it's the same thing that's happening because of this look command. He looks away instead of engaging, and so I have to manually correct and put a look command on Dozer to actually engage and take down this insurgent. And the same with Shuri, I put a look command on him, so the insurgent actually gets taken out. But it turned out okay because the 9-bang kept the insurgent stunned. However, next mistake comes right away. We are taking blind fire on this door. So what we should do is stay behind this line, right, in this section, because that's pretty safe, low risk, but this whole section up here is very, very dangerous. I mean, at this point in time, I was still playing without this cool mod that is called Doors Aren't Cover, which makes it so that bullets can actually go through doors and you can actually get killed by fire that's going through the door. So in this situation right here, it's still perfectly safe. But in real life, that would be totally unacceptable to cross this door while bullets are flying. But that's exactly what I do, merrily running through this blind fire. But at least we wait until the blind fire stops, we wait for the reload before we kick the door open and take the insurgent down. Here's the reload, and while he's reloading, tuck, tuck, he's going down. We clear the corner, it's all good and safe. And now you can hear the ping, because now I think if I want to continue clearing in this direction, I want a charge on this door, and to set this charge we would have to stack up here, and that would be very dangerous because we have to worry about this door in our back. So to mitigate that, to clear this section and make this door a non-threat and lock it down, I'm bringing Rake up here to clear this section. And to make that as safe as possible, we're deploying a 9-bang, but I also decide to bring a buddy because I don't need 3 guys locking down these 2 doors, right? So 9-bang goes out, Rake starts pieing off this section, and we are moving his buddy down simultaneously. He's pieing. You can already see he is coming from the narrow angle, and the only remaining uncleared space is a very, very tiny sliver in this corner. We can be fairly certain this is clear because it's really too small for anyone to hide in. So we pie this off, we stop him at the 90 degrees because I don't want him overwhelmed by all of this. So we wait for his buddy to come up. His buddy is nicely tucked in behind this wall as well, so as he swings he's not actually exposed to anything. Then we use a pie command to make sure his gun comes up and is ready as he comes around the corner. Good thing that we do, because look what we have here. A rocket insurgent with an RPG, so someone actually brought an RPG to the spa. He goes down immediately. We bring up Rake to work this angle and clear it, and to find out if this door is open or closed. The corner is clear, the door is closed. So now I decide to continue clearing with Rake. So Rake is going to regroup with the rest of the clearing team, while Storm is going to pull security. Now, Storm is going to pull security from back here where he's standing, and he can only see this much of the room. So he can lock down this door, and he can lock down this whole section because no one is able to move up here. And it's also very difficult for anyone to move through here because they have to navigate around this plant. So he's basically locking down half of the map, and he's locking down this door and keeping it safe, making it much safer for the rest of the team to continue clearing. Why am I not moving him up to this threshold, or here, where he can see more? Well, my reasoning is this. If I move him up here, let's say we put him here, where he can actually keep eyes on this door and lock down this, or move him even down here, where he can actually see all the way into this room. The problem is, this is a very wide angle for one person to cover. And there are a lot of attack angles. This one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So that's too much for one guy to cover. And if we want him to cover that much, he really needs a defensive option to bail out. And if he's standing here, the way is very long for him to get back into cover or concealment back here. If we have an S-Vest moving up here, it's very dangerous for him. And so my reasoning is the safest spot for him to be is here, where he has nice standoff to this threshold, and he can still lock down a lot of the map. Right. The rest of the, someone's trying to push him, and it really doesn't go well because this is a very nice deep position. The rest of the team moves up here. They can now safely put themselves in this corner because this door is no longer a problem. Shuri is pulling security from this half cover position. Rake is pulling close security for Storm. Now we pull back into nice deep positions before we blow off the door charge. Door charge goes off. We take down the insurgent behind it. Now we move up, deploy 9-bang into the room, and then we start moving up. And here's my next mistake. Now, right now, these guys are in very good positions, right? Shuri is in a great position to shoot this guy, and Reagan is in a good position to lock down this door, and Dozer can move up here and clear his corner and stand back. That's all good, but if you look closely, Shuri has hold on contact enabled. That means he's stopping right here to take down this insurgent, but Rake continues his movement. And what happens is Rake runs right into his shot and blocks his shot before the insurgent is down. Right now the shot is blocked, and I mean, again, there is no friendly fire in door kickers. It's all good, but in real life this will be totally unacceptable. And he's blocking Shuri's shot. And now Rake has to do the work and shoot the insurgent, which is totally unnecessary, and we're dropping security on this door. Really bad move. I should have handled that better. Anyways, now we have Shuri move up into this corner as was the original plan. He has the best situational awareness, so he's going to be the one to clear this remaining 10% of the room. And he's also going to take a look at this open threshold, which is going to be our main concern as we start moving across, because this open angle is pretty dangerous for us. He moves in, the corner is clear. Now we group ourselves into a nice little pack and start moving, and as you will see, Shuri is actually a little bit ahead of the rest, so he's our flank security, while Ray keeps forward security on this door. We move, this door swings, and Dozer is going to take out this insurgent. Then we move and put the door charge while Shuri pulls security. This is a very nice position. He still has eyes on this door, and he also locks down this door so no one can come through here, and we have a nice little bit of standoff to make it as safe as possible, while this team can now work here, set the charge with Rake pulling security. We move back a bit. Notice that Dozer positions back to back with Shuri to protect his flank with his plates as this door charge goes off. Door charge goes off. We have a veteran insurgent with a shotgun, but he goes down immediately. He doesn't have a chance to get off a shot. We deploy the 9-bang, we move in. This is a pretty safe and stable position now, so we take this opportunity for a quick reload. We swap positions and do the second reload. Now we move up to the door, same procedure as before, Rake pulling security. Now we move back all the way up here. This limits our exposure into the room as the door charge goes off, allows us to work very deliberately with this apex, and gives us very good defensive options of bailing out if the situation goes bad. Right? If we were standing here, then you have nowhere to go, right? You have to move all the way back up here to get back into concealment, or back up here, but then you're exposed to all of this. So it's much safer to be up here where we can move left and right to work with this apex. Door charge blows, we deploy the 9-bang into the next room, and we start pieing this off. We have an S-vest down here. Rake has hold on contact enabled, which means he's going to slowly and deliberately work with this threshold, taking down threats. Continues working. Now we have a foreign advisor. These guys are super dangerous, and even though we are doing it very well, and even though Rake is now stationary and in a very good position, the foreign advisor still manages to get a shot off, and you can see the impact here. Very close call. But now Rake wins this gunfight. The foreign advisor goes down. He continues his work, and we see another insurgent in here. We are immediately bailing out because we have lost the element of surprise. He has the angle on us, he is stationary, we are moving, and so we don't want to take that risk. We're bailing out, and it's good that we have deployed the 9-bang. Even though the 9-bang did not affect the guys down here, it did prevent anyone in this room from interfering with this gunfight. So this kept us much safer, and we're going to deploy another 9-bang right now. Now, here's Jibril Al-Samara, our HVT, and he decides to run into the sauna, which is a very interesting choice on his part, in my opinion, because who runs towards the gunfire and instead of away from it? I don't know, he does. 9 bang goes off, we move into the room. We take down the insurgent, the room is clear, and now we regroup and move into position to put cuffs on Jibril Al-Samara. Now, this looks all very nice and professional, doesn't it? But actually it's very, very bad. Pulling this security, that's good, but look at this. This sliver has never been properly cleared, and this door is open, and all of this is uncleared space and very dangerous. And this angle is not covered, and that's really bad. We're taking our sweet time putting cuffs on Jibril while we could be attacked from this corner. This is very, very dangerous. Very bad move on my part. It would have been much, much safer to have Shuri cover this. Like, he should have moved one step down here, made sure this is actually clear, then step back here and lock this down, while Rake should putting on the cuffs. And I mean, Dozer still has eyes on the HVT, right? So it's not necessary for Rake to pull that. So very, very bad move on my part. Very, very hard to watch afterwards. But that's why it's good to watch your own replays and look for the mistakes that you've made, that you can actually learn from them. Because I totally missed this while I was in the zone playing the game. Right. So, I thought the mission was over since we had captured the HVT, but that was also not very smart on my part, because obviously the map is not cleared, so we actually have to exfil. So the clock keeps ticking while we're standing here like idiots with our flanks exposed to this angle. But eventually we start moving out, which is good. We start moving, and at this point I think, hey, wait a second, since we have the HVT, why not create problems for anyone who might be following us? So I move back, deploy a frag down here, wait a second, if anyone comes squirting out here from the frag, that's not the case, so now we run out of here as quickly as we can, regroup here. Storm is still pulling security here, which is very good. Now he moves out of the way, lets the rest of the team past. We keep proper rear security, so no one is coming up behind us as we move out. Last man. Everyone's nicely moving out, and we make it safely to the exfil. So, that's it. I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope you had fun watching this. I had a blast playing this mission, and I'm really looking forward to the next one. So, guys, have a good one, and see you in the next episode.